Have you ever stood alone, misunderstood, falsely accused, but still undaunted because you knew God was standing with you? Today, we step into one of the boldest moments in the book of Acts, Paul's trial before Governor Festus and King Herod Agrippa II. This wasn't just a courtroom scene. It was a spiritual showdown. Paul, the once feared persecutor of Christians, now a fearless preacher of the gospel, is in chains. He's been accused by the Jewish leaders, not for breaking any Roman law, but because he dared to preach the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Acts chapter 25 verse 19 says, "They had some points of dispute with him about their own religion and about a dead man named Jesus who Paul claimed was alive." Festus is confused. These aren't political charges, they're spiritual ones. And so he calls in backup. King Herod Agrippa, the great-grandson of Herod the Great, the same dynasty that once tried to kill baby Jesus. Paul stands before them in chains, but completely unashamed. He isn't begging for freedom. He sees the trial not as a trap, but as a divine appointment. He says in Acts chapter 26, verse 22, "I have had God's help to this very day, and so I stand here and testify to small and great alike." Do you see what he's doing? Paul turns his trial into a testimony, his chains into a platform, his enemies into an audience for the gospel. And then he drops the truth bomb. Acts chapter 26, verse 23, that the Messiah would suffer and, as the first to rise from the dead, would bring the message of light to his own people and to the Gentiles. On hearing this, Festus shouts, "You're out of your mind, Paul." Acts chapter 26, verse 24. But Paul isn't shaken. He looks directly at King Agrippa and says, "King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know you do." Silence, conviction, tension thick in the air. And Agrippa answers, "Do you think that in such a short time you can persuade me to be a Christian?" And Paul responds with one of the most powerful lines in all of Scripture. "Short time or long, I pray to God that not only you, but all who are listening to me today may become what I am, except for these chains." Acts chapter 26, verse 29. Here's the truth. You may be in a tight place, accused, misunderstood, even imprisoned by your past or the opinions of others. But like Paul, you are not defined by the trial. You are defined by your testimony. God will give you the courage to stand before kings. And even if you're in chains, you can still speak freedom. So today, whether your trial is public or private, remember Paul's boldness. If this stirred your spirit, share this, like, and follow for more bold biblical truth.